What's
Yo,
up? How you doing, man?
I'm good. You?
I'm doing well. Here we are.
Once again,
How you been? We
we
missed you last week.
thank you. We didn't get canceled behind last week.
Well, good, good. I'm I wasn't gonna let that happen. Trust me.
No.
But welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to YPX After Hours.
The
The
hottest new show in North Texas.
There we go. We're glad you're here. We have an exciting episode tonight. Super excited for it. But thank y'all for sticking it out with us and joining us week to week. We've had some awesome guests on lately, but at the end of the day, you are our just most prized possessions. Like you all tuning in, watching this, leaving us comments, writing in, asking questions, just interacting. It does the most over here. I mean, the energy, it's like we can feel it through the cameras and through the computer. Wouldn't you agree, Tommy? You can just feel
Yeah,
it.
we love our real estate brethren, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're all in this together, and we may even have some people that aren't in the real estate industry because we're running on a public page.
Yeah.
So it is super special to be able to have this platform, and to be able to just have fun, right? I think now, if now perhaps more than ever, we feel this value of just being able to smile. For us to smile, like we hope you're smiling at us as you're watching us, but this is good for our soul too. So there may be some selfish reasons behind this, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Look, I want to start the interaction right quick. If you're tuning in, whether it's your first time or your fifth time, however many times it's been, let us know in the comments where you are tuning in from. If you're here in Dallas or what part of Dallas you're in, anywhere in North Texas, anywhere around the country, just let us know where you are watching from.
Oh yeah, Dustin. Dustin's got a little something. He wants everyone look because this is our Fourth of July episode, right? We don't
Oh,
have any. We don't have any special guests today.
what do
This
you
is
mean?
straight YPN YPX
Oh,
right
man.
now. So,
No,
but
but it's gonna
oh
be good.
yeah. So just Dustin was saying, share your favorite Fourth of July drinks. Kool-Aid. Is your potato salad mayo or mustard? This is going to be a lifelong debate amongst people.
Yeah,
I'm a mayo guy. But with a little bit of mustard, I could actually do both.
uh,
But
see, I might be the opposite when it comes to potato salad. Well, I mean, I like both in it, but
yeah, that's
I don't
me.
want it
I
to
like both
look
in it.
like mayo. I want it to look more of a mustard color, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they say that's a cultural thing, right?
Really?
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, they say it's a cultural thing. So
well,
I was
yeah,
gone
go
last
ahead.
week, and I'm gonna share a little something with everyone out there. Hold on, can we see how many people are watching? Oh, where's my ticker? Um, all right, so I was gone last week, and Chase and we had talked about gotta cut loose. I'm
Yeah.
hunkered down too long. Gotta
Mhm.
cut loose. Gotta get.
Yep.
So the Wootons have been hunkered down pretty good, and you and I we spoke about how we were gonna cut loose. Was it
Mhm.
gonna be an RV? Were we gonna go vacation rental? We did
Right.
not do the RV.
Where'd y'all?
Um, in the long run, the RV kind of the disposing of waste kind of got me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess you just call me a chicken. However, we booked a destination in we booked our destination in Panama City Beach.
Okay.
Um, Look at this, Melinda. Really don't like potato salad. No, look, potato salad is not the biggest thing on my plate, but when it's good, it is really good. Like I can do a couple servings of potato salad when it's really good. But back to the story. So the wife and I, Jennifer, the beautiful Jennifer Wooten and I, we decided that we're gonna go to Panama City Beach and see some friends of hers from college, meet their family down there. And we were going to self-isolate the whole time there and back. You might ask,
keep going, Tommy.
I'm reading the comments. All right.
Yeah, I know. Keep going.
All right. So we're going to Panama City Beach, and we got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. The goal is to make sure that the kids do not end up in any public place, not even a public restroom, Chaston.
Wow. Okay.
Hear me when I'm saying this, okay? People are going to wonder, how do you keep the kids out of a public restroom? It's a 12-hour drive. What did you do? What did we do?
What?
My wife bought a training potty.
Oh, wow. Wow.
For the car.
Okay.
Car. All right. Hear me when I tell you that unspeakable acts took place in our truck on the way to Florida and on the way back from Florida. Horrible acts took place in the car. Had to pull over. Kessler's like, I gotta go. Pull over and just, oh my God. It might as well have been the RV. This is like the tripped out part about this.
Oh my
God. We did self-isolate.
Bless your heart.
Panama City Beach was very, very crowded.
Really?
The place we stay, and we thought like this is going to be like an off the beaten path beach. No, because there's blue water and white sand in Panama City Beach. I was shocked at the lack of masks that I saw in this place. I'm like, well, no wonder COVID is spreading like wildfire here. Everything we ate was takeout, so we didn't sit on patios. I mean, I recommended the patio. Jennifer's like, no. Go to Pompano Joe's, this great freaking seafood restaurant in Panama City Beach. Pompano Joe's, phenomenal scallops, calamari, the shrimp, the mahi-mahi, off the chain. But it's takeout. Go and get it, and we're eating in the car or we're eating on the beach. And yeah, it was a great trip. I don't regret it, even though that drive was long. For those of you with kids out there, the key is this: when possible, leave in the middle of the night. We left to go there, Chaston, at 1 a.m. in the morning, and we kept the kids up the whole time. I slept from like 3 to 8 on Sunday, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. And woke up, packed, made sure the kids like stayed up and watched movies. When they got in the car, they were knocked out till about 7, 8 in the morning, and we were more than halfway there.
You know, something that you mentioned, and I'm actually curious on everyone's opinion on this, because you spoke about eating calamari and mahi-mahi and all of that stuff. You know, I just feel like there are certain foods that I don't feel like I would enjoy eating it takeout. Like, I feel like I would need to sit there in a restaurant at a table with my full-on plate and my forks and knives. Like, for instance, sea bass, right? I was craving it the other day, but that I wanted to get it from, they were, you know, on this whole takeout thing that day. And I was just like, I just don't feel like I can enjoy it.
Who, P.F. Chang's?
No, man. No. It was.
I used to work at P.F. Chang's another lifetime ago, and they had some bomb sea bass. Chilean sea bass. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But so, like, how is that for you? Do you feel like you can enjoy food just as well if it's takeout or if you're sitting there?
It depends if it absolutely has to be hot, like a steak. Yeah, steak, you can't do a takeout steak. I can't think of any other foods that I'm like hardcore has to be eaten in the restaurant, because shrimp is, you know that hot or cold, right? Yeah. We took that food away, and the beach was a five minutes away, like where we ended up parking, and you know, it was still hot. Right. Now, for stuff that's gonna take I'm like, I pretty much steak. I can't. There's no sense in taking out steak. Just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. What about y'all? Let us know in the comments if there's any foods that you don't feel like you can eat as takeout. I say for me, I think I'm so attracted to the presentation of something. So like how it looks on the plate. And so if I'm getting it in a to-go container where everything is like separate and it just doesn't look the same, I I don't feel like I enjoy it as much.
So
Like
you
it
won't
just,
garnish you won't garnish your takeout box before
yeah,
eating? Like, oh, okay. Now everything is right.
I
This
need
is good.
all
Now
the
I can go.
all the garnish. Oh my gosh, man! But last week it was really cool having Skylar as the co-host, but it was also interesting. And we had a fun little last week episode. But as far as this week, for those of you who don't know, Skylar and we're getting in our kitchens tonight. So you're gonna see me in my kitchen. As you can see, it's a different scenery because I am at home today. You're gonna see me in my kitchen. I'm gonna be making you one of my favorite 4th of July cocktails. And Skylar has a special 4th of July recipe that she's going to share with us and show us how to cook. So definitely go ahead and share this video because we want everyone to see this. And it's going to be a fun time. We've never done anything like this on YPX After Hours, but since 4th of July is this weekend, we figured what better time than to just go all out and get in our kitchens and share some of our recipes. So
I'm
that's
gonna
what
hang
we're
around.
doing today.
I'm gonna hang around. I gotta see this.
Yeah, yeah. So
Skylar
um,
openly.
which one do you think that I'm doing, or did I already share? Oh yeah.
No. I don't know.
Okay.
What are you gonna
So
fix?
it's food or a cocktail. Which one do you think I'm doing?
Oh, well, I do know that. I didn't know specifically
Okay.
which one you're gonna do.
Okay. Well, for those of you who don't know, I am the one that's going to be making the drink. So it's
Did
going
you
to be a
used to
lot.
bartend?
No, but
Really? Oh,
but
I
I've
used
been
to
on the other
bartend.
side of the bar. So yeah, no, I definitely can't do all of that. I can just pull my drink from across the bar and get to it. So but one thing I could say about me is I'm a very creative person, and even when I'm in the kitchen, like when I'm cooking, I don't necessarily need recipes. I'm that person that can like taste things and figure out like
Yeah,
what needs to be added or what
I'm the
I do.
same way.
Yeah, so that's how it is even with me and drinks. Like I'm not good at recipes, and y'all are gonna see all that tonight, but but exactly. It's gonna be a lot of fun though. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You know what we haven't talked about in a little while though? We haven't talked about real estate. How's real estate been for you?
It's busy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a very exciting time.
Hmm.
I spoke with one of my title reps today, and she said that her office um, is number one in the company. It's a nationwide company,
Wow.
and her office is number one in the country. And they broke records like the past 2 months. And
Wow.
this is mind blowing, Chasten. This is this truly. Once I heard her say that, I was like, North Texans are like bad mama jammas. Like
Yeah.
we for real are resilient. I think we have this hustle
Hmm.
frame of mind like your New Yorkers. Like we're a lot of us are go people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're in a state that doesn't have all this red tape that prohibits us from doing what we want to do. So I think A plus B equals C right there. I think it's just our makeup about how fast of a city we are and our burbs like get up and go. And I
Yeah.
think just Texas enables us to do what we need to do in large. There are some people hurting. My heart goes out to a lot of people. I've had clients furloughed,
Hmm.
clients laid off, and I'm calling my clients, and I'm praying with them. I'm helping them look for work. I'm helping them any way that I can. I spoke with a client of mine today who's in the travel agency. She's a travel agent, and the new restrictions banning travels to Europe are really hurting our business. And U.S. is talking about they're going to reevaluate every 2 weeks. That's not a conducive environment to be able to make travel plans when you have the government that is going to tinker every 2 weeks with the travel bans. So my heart does go out. However, for real estate professionals, I think it's feast or famine. Like I feel like there could be some of us that are hurting really bad right now. But yeah, I would say that it's still an exciting time. You?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel the exact same way. And, I have friends in all different levels and markets of real estate. And um, it does seem pretty consistent that business is definitely booming. But I've heard stories and I've talked to people where business is booming all around them, but not for them. And then I've heard and talked to people where it's been the other way around, like they were the ones that have just been experiencing massive growth and everything. So it can be really good for a lot of people, but it all comes down to that hustle mentality, and just like really going for it. But I'm glad to hear that for you. And I just want to take a moment. I know we're a real upbeat show and everything, but I just want to encourage everybody, to really push through with this. And we're going to come out greater than ever, stronger than ever. We are going to make some boss moves. And I just want to encourage everybody to just keep your head up and really make it happen the best way that you can. It was very impressive how our political action committees and, just on the state level, as things started coming out about COVID and restrictions and everything, how they took like quick action, writing in letters, to get us deemed essential, to get us to be able to work. Like, I was so impressed by that. And seeing that happen, I knew in my head that I didn't want all that to go to waste. I wanted to be a part of all of that. So,
the Tree Pack is really important. The Texas Realtors Real Estate Political Actions Committee. We got a shout out to Tree Pack because these are the folks you speak of. All right, on a statewide level and on a national wide level with our pack. So shouts out to those that make your Tree Pack investments annually, because you put the people in place. We put the people in place that help make these decisions. This is totally unprecedented, but for us to be shut down just 2 weeks before Governor Abbott deemed us an essential business. I mean, at that point in time, there were 30,000 people in Texas that were trying to sell their house, right? So that had a huge effect. Had we been shut down for longer, it would be a little bit ugly. I'm actually surprised in talking to my title rep that she's saying they broke records in like April and May, but that shutdown when we were down, how long was it for? It's like maybe for like a week, maybe two. I remember when showings went down. And are we bringing Skylar in? Get in here, Skylar.
Once you finish your thought, she'll be here in a sec. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that 2 weeks that we were shut down, I thought a lot less contracts would have been turned in, which would have caused our title companies to not receive contracts, have contracts to close, and just would have expected this lull. And the lull did not take the bait, right?
Yeah. Right. Yep. You're absolutely right. All right. Well, look, the show is going on tonight, y'all. The show is going on. We're about to get it popping. We're about to get in these kitchens. So, as I mentioned earlier, Skylar is about to cook up something for us. She's going to cook up her favorite 4th of July treat. And then I'm going to show you how to make something to wash it all down. So, stay tuned after Skylar. Welcome, Skylar. What's up? Good to see you again.
Good seeing you guys. All right. In my kitchen. Hi. So I was listening to y'all talking. I'm just going to put this out there for everyone watching that I am not like Tommy and Chasten. I need a recipe. I need instructions. I need to know exactly what I'm doing. And I am like a 3-year-old in the kitchen without help. So if I can make this, y'all can make it too. I'm real excited.
Where did Chasten go?
I think he's getting ready for his cocktail.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just here for the ride, everyone. So I'm the kind of I'm kind of just watching. So, all right, Skylar, tell us what specifically you've made for us, and let's talk recipe.
All right. So I am actually in the process of making sausage balls. And these are like our go-to every holiday, New Year's Eve, Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July. It's just that recipe that you can make that everybody can eat, assuming that they're not vegan or gluten-free. But I figured, what's more American than Bisquick or Jimmy Dean's or cheese, all the cheese. So not necessarily a super healthy thing, but it's going to make your soul real happy.
Yeah, these are comfort foods for 4th of July.
Yeah. So it's super easy. Let's talk what you guys need to start. So you're going to want at least 1 cookie sheet with parchment paper so it doesn't get all sticky. We go toward this is like our trick or treat bowl, but we get some kind of really big bowl that you can mix everything in. You're going to need a measuring cup, 1 cup. You're going to need, the recipe calls for 1 pound of sausage, pork sausage. So we like Jimmy Dean's. It also calls for 1 pound of sharp cheddar cheese. We like to do a mix of half mild and half sharp. So if you get these size bags, little math for you, they're 8-ounce bags. So if you need a pound of cheese, that's 16 ounces. So 8 plus 8, 16. So you're going to throw that in there with your pound of sausage. And then you're going to get 2 cups of Bisquick. It's lots of fun. And if you're feeling really fancy, like my sister, who's the ultimate hostess, you can add a little bit of garlic salt. I'm not that confident in the kitchen, so I just stuck to the regular recipe. So what you're going to do, I've already kind of pre-made some of this. So you're just going to pour it all into the bowl. And then you're going to have to make sure your hands are so clean for this. Just if you're going to be touching food, even before COVID, y'all, if you're cooking, just clean them. But you're going to put them onto a bowl and you're going to mash it all up. This took me probably 5 to 10 minutes of mashing together, but you're going to want to get it all like this so that you can see my bowl is pretty clean. At the bottom, I don't have a bunch of extra shredded cheese. I don't have a bunch of Bisquick sitting at the bottom. No man left behind. Get it all in there. And then you're just going to take a spoon. This one's a larger one, about a tablespoon, if we're getting real kitchen technical. And you just use your little spoon. You put a little bit on there and just form it into a little ball. It's like Play-Doh. Kindergartners can do it. Your kids can get involved. It's great. Make it into a ball. You're going to put it on your cookie sheet. Can I get this in here? And you're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees. The recipe calls for 20 to 25 minutes. In our house, we always start a little bit under just to make sure it doesn't get overcooked. So about 15 and then go from there. You're going to want them to be golden brown. They do get a little juicy, so paper towels are helpful. Just kind of help soak up some of that extra heart-healthy grease from the cheese. I grew up on this stuff, guys. Don't judge me. Your mouth is going to thank you for it. And honestly, that's it. It's probably going to take you a couple of cookie sheets worth to get it all on there just because you can see how much I have left in here versus, we could do this, versus everything on the cookie sheet. So expect to go ahead and have to do a couple of rounds. For us, we are doubling the recipe. So what you're seeing here, all the ingredients I just showed you, this is my second batch. So going to finish up my first one, put it in the oven, and you're good to go. You can eat them cold. You can microwave them, make them hot. You can eat them fresh. Really just overall a crowd pleaser. There we go. And that's it. It's a Skylar.
That's impressive. All right. So wait, do you have some that are already done or no?
No. I have what they look like in ball form. I had every intention of having them cooked beforehand, but I've been working.
I know you did because we talked about it.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Tommy and I are both with Joe Atkins at Joe Atkins Realty, and I'm actually on the Wooten team led by Tommy Wooten. So no,
you didn't get them done because of me?
No, I have my own deals and my own stuff. But yeah, transaction place over sausage ball making tonight. The good news is that you have to work out some aggression. My realtor friends, my loan officer friends, just take it all out. I'm making a giant, big sausage Bisquick cheese ball.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you guys eat yours like in a sauce, like a barbecue sauce, or no?
So we have a different one for that. That's a different meatball recipe, and that's a crock pot meatball recipe that we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these ones are sausage cheese balls. We don't. You just cook them like this, and then you just eat them. And so if you can imagine,
Okay.
you have the Bisquick in there, so it has kind of a doughy, bready, sausagey, cheesy mix. It's almost like a breakfast sausage ball. If I guess that would be the best way to describe it.
I could eat like 30 of those ones that come in the crock pot.
You can eat 30 of these.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, because they shrink. They shrink once you cook them, right?
Yes.
A little bit. Okay, right.
Yeah, well, everything shrinks typically. Well, that's not true. Not everything shrinks. Meat typically shrinks when you cook it. Baking doesn't. Baking is the opposite. You guys, I'm so kitchen competent. I'm really glad I'm the one cooking tonight. Thanks, Jason.
It's all good. So
But-
Jason is, you know what else we is a big part of the 4th of July? What fruit will I be referencing first?
Oh, I bet I have it. Can I guess?
Go.
Hold, please.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
I'm so
Absolutely.
excited up tonight. So
Hey, turn it around. Let's see the okay. Good. It's a good looking watermelon. Who picked the watermelon?
I did. But I heard you're supposed to get the kind that have the yellow or white patches and the discoloration at the bottom. It means that they're sweeter. I also heard that the more spherical ones versus the large oblong oval ones, these are supposed to be sweeter. I think one's male and one's female. I read somewhere when I was doing watermelon research years ago.
Male and female watermelon. All right. Let's talk about this for 1 second. How specifically do you pick your watermelons? Are you a knocker? Are you a shaker?
So I asked Jesus to guide me, and I say, which one is right? And then, no, I do look for the circular ones like this. I don't like the longer ones, just because I read that these ones are sweeter, and these are seedless. I'm a pansy. I don't do the seeds if I have a choice.
Well,
and I'm looking for that yellow, or which way in the camera? There we go. That yellow or white.
Yeah.
Here, and that shows that they're going to be sweeter and more ripe. This is really heavy.
Yeah, put it down. So, I'm going to throw everyone a little bone out there. I've been known to pick some pretty good watermelons, so I was giving you a little quiz. Okay, you passed. Well, one thing, I used to go into the grocery store and I'd knock on them. All right. Knocking on a watermelon is like completely pointless, right?
Oh,
it doesn't tell you anything.
What are we listening for?
Correct. Right. What we should be looking for is that yellow spot.
Ha!
And what we have to know is that the darker the yellow spot, and you all can either confirm or correct me if I'm wrong, the darker the yellow spot, the longer that the watermelon was sitting on the ground, which means the riper that it is.
So we want it to be dark yellow.
Yeah, the darker it is, yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks like it'll be good.
You want me to know?
The darker the yellow spot, the longer it's sat on the ground, the riper the watermelon is. So when I go to the grocery store, if any of you guys ever see me, I'm in there and I am turning over these watermelon. And yes, I'll probably have gloves on when I'm doing it now. And I'm checking out the yellow spots and I'm having my pick. I'm like, okay, that one. So the white spot, I'm out on.
Really?
It's got to be like, yeah, because it's got to be
between the yellow and the white.
What?
I went back and forth because I saw yellow and white and I couldn't remember which one it was, but because of COVID, I didn't really want to be touching my phone and researching it like I typically would. I spent a lot of time on Google when I'm in the grocery store.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So the darker the spot,
this is grown.
That's the one. I don't know why yours has two spots, but that just means that they turn it over and it sat on that end too. So
maybe it was next.
I would estimate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see 2 spots. But so when is that one getting cut open?
Tonight or tomorrow.
Who does the watermelon cutting? You do?
Oh yeah, I do all of it.
What's the size of your knife? That's a big freaking melon.
It is. So I just got married last year, so I got Pampered Chef knives from my old professor. Yes, so let me get better view. This is the size knife in retrospect to the watermelon. Is that a good view?
Yeah. Okay. So that looks like it'll almost go all the way through. Do you cube your watermelons?
Yes. So typically I start and I cut down the middle, and I will have to kind of twirl it to get out because I won't cut all the way through. And then I'll put half to the side, and then I will half that half, and then I'll put that to the side, and then I'll half the half to make quarters, and then I'll start from there.
This is how we handle our online leads. We section them in like A's. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So, where to go from here? Can you think of any? Can you think of any good watermelon drinks? Have you ever been a fan of the spigot in the watermelon? Have you seen these?
I think I did. It was either a watermelon or a pineapple spring break in college.
I've seen them with watermelon. Yeah, I've seen them with watermelon. They're pretty good. But yeah, watermelon, grapes.
Tequila.
Yeah. What are you doing for 4th of July anyways?
We are going to the lake. So just
which lake?
Gainesville, Texas. So Moss Lake. It's an itty bitty little tiny lake up there about 15, 20 minutes south of Oklahoma. So
you spend a lot of time up there at the lake.
We do. My parents got lake property when it was ridiculously cheap. So we have 2 little houses built in the 40s. One's a 1-bed, 1-bath. The other one's a 2-bed, 1-bath. They equal about an acre of lakefront land. But I mean, we can't
Love
ever.
that.
You got to find the lake at the beginning before they get popular. So back in, shout out to 92.
Yeah, look at this. Someone says you always handle your office leads with knives. Sign the offer. No.
Violence is not the answer, Tommy.
I'm sorry?
I said violence is not the answer.
Yeah, most of the time it's not. So, no pun intended. So there is a new lake that I've heard of that is being formed right now, and it's up towards Sherman. Have you heard of this?
Yes, I have. It's
all right.
Yeah, it was a reservoir that they were building that was supposed to be completed. I heard about it a few years ago when they were digging it up.
Yeah, if someone could drop some information about that lake for us in the comment section, that would be sweet. Or yeah. I will go to the trusty smartphone and I'll find out myself, because yeah, lakefront land is at a premium. And I'm going to type in Sherman, Texas, new lake. So one thing that is up there, Fannin County, construction of Fannin County gets closer to construction. Bois d'Arc. It's French. Okay. Bois, B-O-I-S. d'Arc, lake construction underway, set to bring millions. This took place in this article came out in March 2014.
That sounds about right.
Someone help me out here. I'm struggling with this, and I have really good diction for a lot of different languages. I'm guessing that's Bois d'Arc. Bois d'Arc. Maybe the C is silent. Bois d'Arc. Maybe.
I find that typically you can pronounce foreign words. This is probably ignorant American talking. When you have a little bit of liquid guidance.
Oh, stop it. Don't say that. You're giving us a bad rap. Now Now everyone thinks that we need alcohol to do everything.
No, it just makes it flow because it's the way that Americans dictate where resonance and everything flows. It doesn't make sense for romantic languages. So
You're okay.
You think about it a little bit less.
Right. Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense a little bit. So, one thing about this lake, it's a $1.6 billion project. It involves Dodge City. You familiar with Dodge City? You ever been up there?
I have heard of it.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So a lot of you who are looking for some lake property or lakefront property think you're going to have an opportunity. Now, I'm pretty sure Sherman's outside of Collin County. One thing I know is, as a Denton County kid, all the lakes in Denton County and all the lakes in Collin County are, they're expensive to get on now. Like your least expensive ones are either going to be in East Texas or, down Cedar Creek, Sandlin, Richland Chambers. That's the one I was trying to think of. So they're going to be pretty expensive. If they're in Denton and Collin County, and we know about Joe Pool Lake and those, but I think I've had lots of clients lately who are like, I want to be on lakefront property. I want to get out of here. Like a lot of people just cutting loose and breaking the chains of being here in the burbs or being in the city and just getting out and getting a little bit more land underneath them. You've been showing any land lately? What on earth? Okay.
Actually, so Carolee takes a lot of land since she specializes that on our team. But
shout out to Carolee Cross.
Yeah, shout out to Carolee. But while I have a noisy dog in the background, this may be a prime opportunity to bring on Chaston with his 4th of July cocktail, so you guys don't have to listen to Shelby tell us that there's a dog outside or a bunny.
Yeah, no problem. Oh no, Chaston, stop.
What?
Okay, I couldn't hear you for a sec. Go ahead.
Okay.
I was like, no.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Nice, Skylar, with those meatballs. Unfortunately, I don't eat meat, so I wouldn't be able to enjoy one. But I do drink, and so tonight I am going to make you all one of my favorite kind of 4th of July cocktails. And the reason why I say this is my favorite 4th of July cocktail was because it was the first time that I had it. It was a couple of years ago, and I was out in Addison. A friend invited me over because they were watching fireworks on top of like one of the rooftops out there. And her and her husband like brought me this drink, and I probably drank like 10 of them. Maybe not 10, but I had a few of them. And then I was like, gosh, that was a really tasty drink. Couple days later, I asked them for the recipe, and here I am today, still making this for 4th of July. So it's super simple. If you want to look up the recipe, you could just look up a blue Hawaiian, but I kind of changed it up a little bit just to make it even more festive. And that's what I'm going to do today. So I'll tell you all the adjustments as I'm making them that you can make, that I typically make, but you can stick to the just straight up blue Hawaiian if you want to. It's only 5 ingredients. It's super simple, but you do need a blender. I don't have a blender, but I do have my trusty Ninja, and that's what I'm going to be using for this. It's never failed me, and it works just as well as a blender. So what you want to do first, grab whatever your cup is that you're going to be doing all the mixing. So if it's your mixing blender cup, you can use that. Or if you just want to use a different cup, you can do that. So what I like to do is I want to start out with the rum. So I'm just using Bacardi tonight. And if I'm having a festive occasion with a lot of people, I don't typically spend a lot of money on the alcohol. I'll get something just a little bit cheaper so I can get lots of it and make it stretch. But for purposes of this, I am going to measure out the alcohol that I put in there. Typically, though, guys, I'm just like one of those that just eyeballs, and when I think it's enough, then it's going to be enough. But for this, we're going to go ahead and pour in 1.5 ounces. So 1.5 ounces is enough for the recipe, but for me, I'm gonna put in 2 ounces because I actually like to taste the alcohol in it a little bit. I just like to know that it's there. It's just this mental thing. Not saying that I want to get drunk or anything, but I do like to taste the alcohol. If you don't, I would stick with just 1 or 1.5 ounces. So from there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour a little pineapple juice. So with the pineapple juice, I'm literally just a splash kind of person. So I just like pour, and then I'll stop. So that's all the pineapple juice that we need. And then this is some blue curacao. I'm going to do 2 ounces of this, or 2 shots. Actually, I'm going to do 2.5 because this adds a really good color to it. And since it is 4th of July, since we're being super festive and we want to make it like blue, like 4th of July, I'm going to do 2.5 ounces. So 2.5 shot glasses. And then from there, I'm going to add in some cream of coconut. This will give it a very nice flavor, and it kind of makes you feel like you want to be on a beach or you want to be outside and just hanging out. Now, for those of you who don't like super sweet drinks, which I'm one of those type of people, I don't like super sweet drinks. I don't use a lot of this, and I don't use a lot of the next ingredient. But I use enough to give it just like a creamy consistency. So for this one, if you're gonna measure it out, you're probably gonna want to do 2 ounces or so. But I just like pour. So if you just say pour, stop once you get to the end. All right, so those are all of the ingredients that I want to put in there right now. From here, I'm gonna add in some ice. And for your ice, you want to kind of fill it up with ice because this is meant to be more so of a frosty drink. So you want it, just that icy consistency. And I have a bowl of ice here. So I'm just going to add in some ice, and you'll see it getting, kind of high to the top. And if you're using one of these like ninjas like I am, then it's going to tell you where you need to stop filling it at. Once you get to that point, go ahead, seal it up, put it on your blender, do whatever. And it's going to be a little bit loud here, so you might want to turn your speakers down a little bit. But I'm going to blend this up. Now, you don't want to blend it too long. You don't want to blend it too long because then it'll kind of dissolve all the ice if you're using a Ninja. But from here, we are pretty much done. So we're going to add it into the glass. And you see it's a nice blue frothy drink. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of grenadine on top. Now, this is super sweet, so you don't need a lot of this. Just a little bit on top for the color. And you see it's kind of sinking down to the bottom. And so from here, add in your metal straw or paper if you're not using plastic. And there is the 4th of July drink. And I truly enjoy this. Again, it's super flavorful. It makes you just want to like be outside hanging out. And I'm the type, like, I'm either going to drink a beer, or if it's a festive gathering, then I want something like this. And you see it starts to look really nice. Nice little blue drink here. And it tastes really good. So that's my 4th of July cocktail. Definitely try it out. It's super easy and it's not expensive to make. What's up, Tommy?
It's a good looking color, man.
I know. It tastes delicious as well. And if you want, for those of you that are adventurous out there, you can add a little floater on top. But you don't have to.
Yeah, man. When I was a bartender, one of the more popular drinks that I used to make, one was called a wedding cake martini. You ever heard of that one?
I have not. Tell me about it.
Well, it was sweet. It was pink, and it came in martini glass, and
Okay.
it was extremely popular with the ladies.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was when I was bartending. My wife would come up and she would sit at the bar some nights when I was working. This is actually as we were engaged in dating, and she would order the wedding cake martini, and I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
like it's like one of those drinks, like when you're packed and you're behind the bar, you're like, Lord, please don't order the wedding cake martini. Please don't. It was one of those.
Yeah. You just wish
the payoff.
Order.
The payoff was good.
Nice.
Let's talk air fryer.
Oh, you see it back here. Oh man, I love it. I love it.
Yes.
It's
a game changer.
I use my air fryer like it's a freaking microwave. I probably use my air fryer more than I do use the microwave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything. And what you can't see on the other side, I have an Instapot. But
oh no.
Oh man, I am that person for the kitchen gadgets.
I have a question for you.
Go.
Yeah.
As a vegetarian, and as an air fryer connoisseur, can you make like a fried buffalo cauliflower in that?
Yeah.
You done that with Frank's Red Hot?
Yes, and it's delicious. Which when I did used to eat meat, I've actually made fried chicken in there. I fried fish in there. I've went all out. And you know what it's really, really, really good for? You know how when you go to a restaurant sometimes and you can't eat all your food and you take it home the next day to eat it the next day, and then you have to reheat it and it doesn't taste as good. Like for instance, if you get French fries or something that was fried when you first got it, you throw it in that thing. Oh my gosh, it brings it back to restaurant quality like no other. It's so good.
It's true. It's true. We got one earlier, probably about it may have been like for Christmas. We added it to the kitchen, and it does really well with leftovers. You watch the commercials, they're not joking around. You can make steaks in there, hamburgers, of course, the French fries, anything that like is freezer food can go in there and it comes out like crispy, cooked all the way through. I'm big on the air fryer.
My brother, in his, he actually made some beef ribs in there before, and he loved them. He loved them. And do you know what I really, 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 truly love about the air fryer? Is that it hardly takes any time. Like I'm one of those type of people. If I'm super hungry and I have to cook, and I know something's gonna take a long time to cook, then I'll just give up. I'll give up and eat a sandwich or something.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that it'll only take like 5 to 7 minutes, complete game changer.
Yes. So look, we have Elizabeth Harris chiming in saying she loves her air fryer. These things are such a game changer. I'm like how we have to have giveaways for our clients, right? Like be it referral gifts or closing gifts or what have you. And they're pretty inexpensive. I'm going to start giving away air fryers, man. Like just raffling these things off.
Yeah.
We're about adding value to people's lives. And I feel like I'd be helping someone. I feel like I'd be helping the quality of life out for somebody if I was just like, here, now, like, go off and just enjoy that thing. Seriously. It's that good.
I feel like you would too. I got mine for Christmas probably around 2 years ago, and it's been one of the best gifts ever. It's been one of the best.
So it's still in good shape? Like it held up?
Yeah, honestly, that's the original version of it.
Yeah.
My grandmother, she has like the newer, updated version, and there's like racks in there, different layers, and all these different buttons. I mean, I have the basic big egg-shaped one. Hers is even more compact than mine, but it holds way more food. And I may end up upgrading this year, but for now, that one's doing it all for me. I mean, between that air fryer and that Instapot, I rarely use my stove and oven and microwave. Like I don't know. It's so convenient. It's so convenient.
Well, this has been fun, guys. This is our to all of our viewers. This is our 4th of July special of YPX After Hours, the hottest new show in North Texas. You see Chasten J. Miles, your 2020 YPX chair, who has crafted a beautiful drink. What's the name of the drink again, Chasten?
Yeah, so it is if you look it up on Google, it's a Blue Hawaiian.
Oh, Blue Hawaiian. That's right. I remember that one. Okay. And Skylar McKinley, the 2020 YPN vice chair, who has crafted up some 4th of July sausage balls, which for sure, and that tray would not be enough for me. Like
This is still the first batch. Well, one tray is actually in the oven now, so this is the second tray, and then I make a whole other batch after this, so there'll be a lot.
Wow.
Yes. So this has been fun. I like this. We didn't have any special guests today, but we are the special ones, right? They get to experience a little bit of us.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And, we just wish everybody a safe and happy 4th of July. I know a lot of people are still traveling and getting out there and getting together with people. So, it should be a good, fun weekend.
Social distance, though. Be safe out
yes.
there.
All righty, everyone. Happy 4th of July. Thanks for tuning in to YPX After Hours. We will see you next week. Same time, same place.